This is how Truman likes getting his beak scratched. Truman! Alright, good boy. Hi. Ooh. Truman has a big beak, so he likes getting big scratches. He really likes it to have me scratch his beak all over, pick off all the old flaky bits. And since he enjoys this so much, I make sure to get some training value out of it. So for example, one thing that I might do is pretend and practice like we're doing some grooming, and all I do is scratch his beak in return instead. And this teaches him to be comfortable letting me grip and hold his toes like I would be when I'm trimming his talons. Except now I don't even do it, and all I do is scratch his beak in return. This just teaches him to be more used to being handled in the poses that might be required for other less desirable things. Ooh, what's that? Oh, can I have this toe now? We're gonna go snip, snip. So I pretend sometimes to snip the talons with my fingernails just to get him accustomed to having the pressure on there. And then I just go back to the beak scratches, which are reinforcing. This is basically, I think of it as free training, because I don't need to provide treats. The birds already did their flight training, which we use treats for. So now this is just bonding time, and he's happy to be handled and have his beak scratched. So I might as well get some training benefit out of it to take back in the future, to have a more well-behaved parrot in return for some of the nice things I do for him, so that we can have behavior that is needed for things like grooming or handling or being able to get a hold of him when I need to. Oh, that's very good, Truman. Let's see this one. See that though. Okay. Hear about this one. Nope, snip, snip. All right. Ooh. Yeah, switch hands. All right, can I have this toe? Thank you. Good boy. Truman enjoys having his beak scratched so much that he'll fly across the room when I call him to do that, and ooh, there we go, we got a good piece. And he'll just stay here in my hand and relax and let me do whatever I gotta do to him, just in return for having his beak scratched. Ooh, that's nice. And in the meantime, like I said, we're getting practice for grooming, where he's used to being held in a pose that I can use in order to snip his talons when I need to. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Notice I'm barely even holding him, just a very, very loose grip. He's just so content to be having his beak scratched that he's not fidgeting, he doesn't care, he's very relaxed, he's having a good time. Meanwhile, I'm getting my practice of grab training him without using any treats. Because I do exercises like I'm doing right now with him, I can grab him whenever I want, and he's unbothered by it and looks forward to it, in fact. Truman doesn't get any treats in terms of food for being grabbed. It's just the occasional beak rub or head scratch or getting to go places, so he's always cooperative about being grabbed and handled like this. All right. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that big beak. What are you doing? Now, if I weren't holding him just the same, just as well, he would just stay in my hand and put his beak between my fingers, asking me to scratch it for him. He's got a signal to ask for it, and if he didn't like it, he could just as well fly away. He'll never revert to biting because he's never been clipped, so when he doesn't like something, he just flies away. That's the way Truman's always been brought up. Ooh. That's good, huh? Okay. See, right now I can tell he doesn't want the head scratches as much as he does the beak scratches. Alright, if I stop, he's just going to put his beak back in my hand so that I can keep going, asking for it. Alright, I'll do some more stuff for it. Here we go. There you go. So in this process, I can get Truman used to being in all different poses, postures, being held and grabbed from different directions, and he doesn't care about it one bit, and this keeps him used to being grabbed and handled in all different ways, because we do this on a pretty regular basis. And Kili can be grabbed and handled just like Truman, just the same, but she's not quite as cuddly or snuggly as a bird as he is, so it's less likely to be reinforcing to her to be stroked and handled. But when she wants it, she enjoys it, and when she doesn't want it, then she'll tolerate it. But in order for it to be reinforcing, she's got to want it and enjoy it. Right now, she seems to sort of want it. Whoa, what's that? Like that. Notice how Kili, also like Truman, puts her beak in my fingers when she's enjoying it, when she wants more. That's a signal I taught my birds to let me hold their beak while I pet their feathers, so that to make them less intimidating. And so when children, family, or other people need to be able to handle or pet them, they can do that without the intimidation of the bird potentially biting them. And since I'm holding the beak, if the bird did want to bite someone while they were doing that, it prevents it from happening, so the birds just don't get into the habit of biting people. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa, look at all those feathers you got there. Look how thick those feathers are. Look how thick those feathers are. Whoa. What are you doing? Mwah. What you doing? Sometimes Kili likes to snuggle in my neck like that. What are you doing? Come here, you silly bird. Come here, silly bird. What you doing? Whoa. Whoa. What? What are we doing? What are you doing? Kili may not be as cuddly of a bird as Truman, but she is sure is a handleable bird. And she just likes being grabbed and handled and held all around. She likes being held warm. She stays very calm, likes to almost take a nap in my hand. She just relaxes and likes to hang out. And I'm not even grabbing her hard, and certainly not squeezing her belly. I just have my hands just around her, cupped, and she enjoys being held like that. What are you doing? What? 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 Whoa. What was that? What are you doing? These guys are so hand tame, I don't even have to think about what I'm doing with them, and they don't have to think about it. We're both all just so used to each other that whatever I do is fine with them, and they don't get scared of me, and I'm not scaring them, and I don't have to think twice. Oh, can I pick them up like this? Can I touch them here? Can I do that? I don't have to think twice, and they don't get scared to have to think twice, so it's just a great relationship all around. Why? You like that? So visit trainparrot.com for lots more taming and training articles, and check out my book, The Parrot Wizard's Guide to Well-Behaved Parrots. Learn to teach your parrot to allow you to grab it, allow you to handle it, scratch its head, scratch its beak, be able to touch it all over, and just have an overall great relationship with your bird. Bye! Hey, want some more? Still want more? Still want more? Still want more? You still want more?